And good morning. Welcome back. The time's 6:30. Thanks for joining us here on KXAN. And tomorrow, Austin police officers will get their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. No word yet on how many will receive the shot. Austin Police Association President Ken Cassidy told us the vaccine is not mandatory, but it is encouraged. And first responders in Williamson County received their first COVID shots yesterday. This comes just one day after the county judge criticized county public health officials for waiting until after Christmas to give the shots to frontline workers, even though they received the shipments earlier this week. KXAN's Caitlin Carmode spoke to firefighters about how the critical clinic is for their future.
This has been a tough year.
It's been a long time coming for Corby Bryant. He's among the 121 Williamson County first responders to receive the first dose of the Moderna vaccine.
My parents spent over 40 days combined in the hospital due to COVID-19.
Thousands of dollars spent by Corby and his siblings covering his parents' medicine, bills, personal protective equipment, and food, plus an emotional roller coaster witnessing their parents fight. After receiving his first dose, he's feeling refreshed and encouraged.
I think it's really important that we all move forward and get this going.
Williamson County is distributing the first dose to 15 local fire departments and 4 long-term care facilities over the course of 4 days.
I know it's been a lot of anxiety for our staff.
35 out of Leander Fire Chief's 57 frontline firefighters have opted into receiving the COVID-19 vaccine.
People are out there every day. Sometimes they know it's a COVID patient, sometimes they don't.
Dave Lincoln receiving his first dose Saturday. He took on the role of infection control officer at the start of the year, an obligation that's taking up most of his time.
Especially during contact tracing, etc., when we got to track people down.
Fortunately, those who have contracted COVID-19 in the Leander Fire Department have only had mild symptoms, but Lincoln says the vaccine relieves that heavy weighing anxiety. Caitlin Carmode, KXAN News.
And the Williamson County and City's Health District says those who qualify under Phase 1 of vaccine distributions can sign up to receive the shot over the next 3 days. You can find the link on our website at kxan.com.
Now, first warning weather.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. The time now is 6:33. I'm Mark Pena in the KXAN First Warning Weather Center. It's a beautiful end to our holiday weekend, but there's some changes in the forecast. Let's look outside from on top of our Austonian weather camera. You got the Capitol there on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and then the UT Tower in the top left, yeah. It's a beautiful start to our day. We got clear skies this morning here as well. And winds, calm. Those calm winds are allowing temperatures to settle a little bit, but with a southerly wind mainly yesterday, we've actually have temperatures way above where we should be this time of year. We're in the 40s and 50s really across all of central Texas. 34, the only cool spot in Llano, but we were actually in the 20s this time yesterday. Take a look at our 24-hour temperature change, and you can see a lot of these warm color contours indicating that temperatures are anywhere from around 10 to even as warm as 22 degrees warmer out in Fredericksburg compared to yesterday, and that's just a sign of things to come. We got warm, moist air returning to us here. It's going to be a beautiful day, though, as I mentioned. We got partly cloudy skies at 9 and 12 o'clock with temperatures in the 50s and 60s, but we're going to continue to see temperatures warm into the 70s yet again today. If you like the warm weather, get outside and enjoy it today because there's some big changes in the forecast coming on up. I'll let you know what to expect, but nice into the holiday weekend. One of 2 cold fronts comes tomorrow and a stronger one comes midweek. I'll let you know what to expect coming up in First Warning Weather.
And one person is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after a shooting yesterday morning in southeast Austin. Police were called out to Lark Creek Drive near Stastny and Pleasant Valley Road. APD says they were called after reports of someone shooting their sister. We don't know at this time what led up to the shooting. And another grim milestone, the U.S. has now surpassed 19 million total COVID-19 cases since the pandemic began. Yesterday, the country reported more than 160,000 new cases. It was less than a week ago, December 21st, that the U.S. crossed 18 million case mark. And looking at Texas, 2,100 new cases reported yesterday, along with 13 new deaths. And starting tomorrow, anyone flying from the United Kingdom to 4 U.S. airports must first test negative for COVID-19. The new rule applies to United Airlines passengers headed from London Heathrow to Chicago, Newark, San Francisco, and Washington Dulles. This comes after a new strain of COVID through the UK. And California is now testing for that new strain. The LA Times reports Los Angeles County scientists have started testing local samples. Some officials believe the new strain could be behind a major surge in infections. The variant makes the virus easier to transmit from person to person. It does not appear so far that the strain is any more likely to cause death in those infected. That's a good thing. And the Girl Scouts are accusing the Boy Scouts of damaging recruiting tactics. For the last 2 years, the Boy Scouts have recruited more girls to the organization. At the same time, attorneys for both groups have traded lawsuits back and forth. And the latest lawsuit, GSA says marketing towards girls was highly damaging to Girl Scouts. They say it confused parents to mistakenly enrolling their daughters into the Boy Scouts. BSA calls the lawsuits utterly meritless. And Christmas is over and stores are preparing for more people to begin returning gifts. Returns are different this year, though. Amazon extended its return policy for anything shipped between October 1st and December 31st. You have until the end of January to return it. Retailers commonly give you at least 30 days to make the return. Certain stores give you 60 or even 90 days, but there's usually a cutoff for getting cash back, and you may have to settle for a gift card. I tell you what, nothing that I'll be returning this year, Mark. I'm sure you feel the same way. Santa gave you everything you wanted, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he came through for me for sure. Hopefully he did for everybody else. He's coming through for a nice forecast as well today, but there's some big changes to talk about. Here's our current temperatures outside. We're in the 40s and 50s this morning. Nice day in store, but big changes in the week ahead. I'll let you know what to expect coming up.